Hey everyone, this is Tinka welcoming you to yet another Marvel Strike Force Saturday Special. Today's Saturday Special features Cosmic Crucible, and this is going to be post-Crucible rework, so we'll see some new nodes here. So I'll talk about that as I go. Today I'm facing off against Fusilero Hydra, and that player has already taken his attacks, so I've got my work cut out for me here to beat 49,000 points and change. So I start off by analyzing my moves and end up picking the Mystic Amplification node. Now this node has seen some changes, and the new changes are City Mystic characters gain 25% drain, 50% damage, and 500% resistance. And my worthy adversary here has put the Asgardians, which is only a 415k team, on defense. Well, that tells me that Shadowlands, which is a city team and has a bunch of mystics on it, would be a great counter for this node. So that's what I pick. And in my war videos, I know that I can beat the Asgardians with my Shadowlands. So that's not even a big deal. Pile on top of it the fact that I already have an advantage from collection power, and I've also got the advantage with the City Mystic bonuses that the Mystic Amplification node gives, and I'm in really good shape to take this out. So this turns out to be a very simple attack. Very similar to what you want to do with the symbiotes. You go after the Greg whenever you don't know what to do. You do want to place Disrupted if you can on either Hela or Sif, and you can do that with the ultimate from Elektra. So keep that in mind. I do have a gigantic white tiger, and so cutting through Hela right away, really not difficult, or cutting through Loki right away, really not difficult. Pick your poison here, and the rest of the team does a lot of good cleanup. Alright, so next up we're going to the skilled battery nodes, and that is basically that any skill character will generate 1 ability energy for adjacent characters. Now this is also new, and I've noticed a handful of these battles where Heroes for Hire has migrated here, and that's because Shang-Chi is skill. Shang-Chi is already a formidable opponent, but the truth about Heroes for Hire is if they're not on war defense specifically, they don't have the charged mechanic, which means that they don't have all of the revives. And having looked at this defense beforehand, I had already pre-selected Weapon X, which is almost a 100% always use team against the Heroes for Hire in Crucible. So if you see Heroes for Hire, just whip out your Weapon X, it's best. And so that's what I do here, and it's almost auditable. The very first turn, you want to get the ability block from Omega's special on Shang-Chi, and you can put it on auto, and the computer will take care of the rest of it for you. So next up is Cosmic Catastrophes, and this is the same as it always was. Every time any toon takes a turn, any of the Cosmic allies will lose 50% speed bar. So I bring in Kestrel, which is a Cosmic toon, and I don't expect her to get a turn. If she does, she'll get a turn right away, and then that's going to be the last turn she actually gets. But the point of that in this battle is I've got Kestrel, Secret Avengers, and Fury. Fury's there for speed and spreading positive effects. And the point again of Kestrel is that I can still put out defense downs with Sharon, and Kestrel's passive ability will still hit tunes that have defense down if I tap a tune with defense down from any one of Kestrel's allies. So when you put that out there, Kestrel's passive still does a lot of work, and Kestrel for me is a beast. So going up against the Web Warriors, which in this case is a very high collection power team and is also a very high speed team and a lot of evades, you're going to want as much damage as you can possibly get, and so I really do try and focus on getting the stun down with Sharon's ultimate and the defense downs down with Sharon's special, as well as the Captain Sam speed up. And that will really help me in taking out this attack. But if you watch Kestrel, most of the attacks she does are passive triggers only, and still, that is a huge help. Alright, now we're on to Defensive Node 1, and this one is a defensive hodgepodge featuring Doc Ock Sinister 6 and Dr. Doom, and Doom is 186k. Now, Kestrel is actually the best counter to Doom, and I just used her on my last node. So you might think I'm crazy here, but I go with a hodgepodge team of my own. I've got Shang-Chi, Punisher, Loki, Morgan Le Fay, and Zemo. Now, each one of these role players is here for a reason. Zemo's going to go first, and he's going to be able to put ability block on whomever I wish, which is Dr. Doom. Loki is here to give speed up to Mystic Controllers, and that would put Morgan Le Fay second as the turn meter goes, which means that Morgan Le Fay is going to be able to get her ultimate out there. Now, I target Doc Ock with that because I want to get disrupted on him, and she also ends up putting a trauma on Doom to make sure that he does not get his ability block taken off by any cleanse. Not that there's really a cleanse to be had here, except coming from Rhino. So Loki's usefulness is speeding up Morgan Le Fay for the first turn, and Punisher's usefulness is simply his passive, which gives an extra damage boost to city heroes, which means that he is going to boost Shang-Chi, and Shang-Chi's ult with a boosted damage hit is insane. I don't need Punisher for the hits. I don't need Loki for the hits. I need them for their passives, and they make the rest of the team really sing. And you watch Shang-Chi with his ultimate, and my goodness. When he's done, all there is left is Doom and a red level Rhino. Punisher takes a turn, mows down Rhino, and all I've got left is an ability block Doom with slow and trauma. I can auto this and it's over. Alright, so we're on to Node 3, which is Critical Mutants, and that is an on-crit mutant characters will bury themselves for 15% of their max health. And so this is why actually on defense I've got X Factor and Gambit, because the Raiders on the Dad Bros make sure that they crit, which just gives them more barrier, makes them a little bit more formidable. Plus, Gambit tapping every time somebody attacks one of his allies. I'm hoping that means the multiple man minions, when they put up taunts and get hit, Gambit taps them back. Meanwhile, I take out my Axemen and remove Kitty and Iceman, replace Kitty with Silver Surfer, and Iceman with Rogue. And Rogue is just an insane controller. Her special is amazing, dropping tons and tons of debuffs. And what I really needed to do is control either Sinister or Emma on this Emma Rotter's Toad. Unfortunately, Strife gets out in front and he collects Rogue's special, but that has trauma. So there's no cleansing coming from Emma here. The only big concern I've now got is if Sinister will be able to clone Silver Surfer or Rogue. So I decide to focus down on Sinister, and once he's gone I can just put this on auto. Time for the final match, and this one is up against a non-really boosted room, so room number 2, and it's going to be a sub 400k Wakandan team. While Wakanda has been tuned for Crucible, the current collection power of this Wakanda does not scare me. I have Infinity Watch back. It's almost 2 times as large. This is totally auditable, and what the best plan would be is to go for either Killmonger or Black Panther right away if these collection powers were a lot closer. I don't, only because Shuri is my biggest fear still, because that's what I'm used to before the rework of Wakanda. Shuri was the biggest pain in the neck. So focus down on Shuri and put this thing on auto, and this is an easy 6th win. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope these Cosmic Crucible videos are somewhat informational on how to go about some of these strategies. As always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.